Welcome to Interviews with Travel Families, where every Friday we ask travel families how they do it. We ask what style of travel they do, what they do for a living, how they save money while they travel, and what they feel is the most important advice they can give. So today I'm by myself. Amanda's not joining me. Today I'm with Bourques Go The Distance, a traveling family who are living in Nova Scotia, and they help teach others how to run digital businesses. Elva works for nonprofits, and Robert works at the airport. They also have Big Sis and Little Bro, who may or may not be joining us throughout the interview.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for having us.
Can you tell us where in Nova Scotia you guys are talking to us from?
We are in Halifax right
we're in
now.
Halifax.
And there was a snowstorm, so Robert right here is off to dig out my car, and he may be back.
Yeah, hopefully I'll be back to the end.
Okay, all right.
Good luck, Robert. So in the comment section below, we'd love for you to tell us about your location-independent business, or if you don't have a location-independent business, tell us what your most marketable skill is in the comment section below. Now back to the Bourques. Like us, they're a slow-living and slow-traveling family who live in Nova Scotia. We have not met these folks in person, but I think we should probably change that sometime in the near future.
Of course.
So Elva, if you could just start off by introducing yourself and tell us some of your favorite travel experiences.
Okay, so my name is Alva Bourque. I immigrated to Nova Scotia, Canada almost 15 years ago from the Philippines. I've traveled a lot when I was younger, and I love traveling. So that's what we're trying to show our children as well. And my most memorable, I guess they're all memorable, but my most favorite was when, of course, when we took home Big Sis back home to the Philippines when she was 7 months old. We were there for a month until she was like 8 months, or I think she was turning 8 months then. Of course, it was memorable because she was born in she was born in Canada, and then I was able to show her my home country. So of course that was memorable. And then maybe I'll just say the one thing for me, my first solo trip after becoming a wife and a mother. I went to Tel Aviv. It was glorious. It was memorable because I was fumbling at the check-in, looking at the customer service staff, wondering, did I forget something? Am I forgetting something? Because I wasn't used to just giving my passport, so you're in, and off I go. I felt like I was forgetting something. Where are my children? Where is my husband? Where are the tons of bags? So it was memorable that way because it was funny that way, that I was like this. And she's like, everything okay? I was like, yeah, just making sure that I wasn't forgetting anybody or anything.
Absolutely, yeah. I know when about 7 o'clock rolls around and the kids aren't around, it's like, wait, we should be doing something, shouldn't we? Like,
yeah.
You feel lost without your kids in a good way. So let's talk finances. So people always want to know how people afford a travel lifestyle. How do you get around Nova Scotia? I know most of your travel experiences currently are in and around the Nova Scotia area. Can you tell us a little bit about how finance your travels?
Okay, so first and foremost, Robert and I both work jobs that we enjoy. It pays okay, right? So that pays for the bills and the basics. And then I've always done side hustles ever since I was young. There are times that I work 4 jobs, 5 jobs. That's usual for me. And when I was single, that was also how I funded my travels and my trips. So now that now that we have a family and young children, we started a digital marketing business, and that's a whole lot different story that they could ask us, outside of the interview, but that's what helps fund our travels. Right now, it's mostly staycations in Nova Scotia because of what the whole world is into right now.
It's the elephant in the room that we don't talk about COVID.
So we're focusing on trips within the province. And we've started to venture outside the province last September, and we'll probably stay within Canada for the next couple of months for our trips.
Fair enough. Yeah, I think we're in the same boat. We're kind of waiting for things to settle down around the world. Go to your website. I did notice that you have a sign up for information on how to get help with digital businesses. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
So like what I've mentioned, our focus is promoting our family lifestyle page. However, the digital business is a very big part of our lifestyle. Hence, if they go to www.bourquesgothedistance.com, then they could sign up and I could tell them more about it.
What travel locations have been best for your family? So, like thinking about family travel in particular, what are some of the best locations that you found internationally and within Nova Scotia?
Because our children are still young, they're 7 and 2. The best so far internationally for us, I have found as a family unit, would be somewhere that we could rent a car. Both children are still in car seats, so we have to factor that in. For us, we're thinking that we are not worried not venturing too far out. I mean, North America to Asia, that was far.
Yeah.
But obviously back home in the Philippines, we do have a vehicle, and then we went around Asia, visited my aunt in Malaysia, and she does have a vehicle, so that's good. So for us, like right now at this stage in our life that the children are still young and in car seats, we have found that the most practical for us countries that we could rent vehicles. We went to Taipei in 2018 and we took public transport. We only had big sis then, so it was more manageable. It was also good, but I would have said now that we have 2 big sis and little bro, we most likely would stick with countries that it would be easy to rent a vehicle.
Yeah. And what about driving? Do you also make that part of your consideration? Like, would you consider driving in a country that has more scary driving scenarios?
Well, for the scary driving scenario of being a busy country, busy roadway, it's not much of a problem because I come from the Philippines where the roads are busy. So that wasn't more consideration, but like right now we avoid destinations that we need to do long drives.
Yeah, I hear that. Yeah. Fortunately, I've been blessed with 2 children who travel well in a car. We did a 3-day road trip from Ontario to here.
Because you drove, yeah.
Yeah, and they did pretty good on that. A lot better than we had hoped even. So if people wanted to, I see a lot of you guys on Facebook, and you're getting around Halifax area and around Nova Scotia, and I even noticed some reviews on Facebook. So can you tell us more about that and how people can find you?
So people could find us on Facebook. We are Bourques Go The Distance, and Facebook is our main handle for now. We will be expanding shortly, YouTube and Instagram and Twitter eventually, and LinkedIn eventually. For now, our main handle is Facebook. Again, Bourques Go The Distance is our Facebook handle. We do reviews of businesses. It's primarily, we want to help local businesses or international businesses, products and places that we go to. So we just try to share, before I would hear friends about, oh, where did you get this? Where did you buy that? Especially if it's travel related. Mm-hmm. So it's just like, oh, okay, then let's just make it, easier for everybody and just share it on our page, right? And it's nice to help local businesses too. That's our main goal as well.
So people should stay tuned on Facebook.
Yes, stay tuned on Facebook, and we will reshare like this video too. Thank you for having us.
Yeah, well, we're so glad that you decided to join us. So this has always been our favorite question. What is your best advice for a family who's in sort of similar situation to you and they haven't started traveling yet and they don't really know where to begin?
Start by doing a good research, right? And then with young children, I find that it's very important to invest on the gears that you might need, right? I remember my mother when I was trying to for big sis when we had her, and I was buying the cart for the car seat, and I was like telling my mom, oh my goodness, it's like $200. And she goes, you want to travel with your child, right? Yeah, there you go. So that's part of it. Like, right? So the little things, of course, we don't just buy whatever, right? We try to be cognizant of what is really needed. Like, so for us, we value that our children are in car seats, especially if we have to drive, and good strollers. And they could also find it on our Facebook page. We do post recommendations for those products. So I say research is a big thing. And ask around, find real life reviews of people that they know. I put air quotations because we're in like the digital world now.
So I'm just going to remind everybody to comment below with their digital business questions. So if you already run a digital business, feel free to ask Elva for some advice. And if you don't have a digital business yet, tell us what your most marketable skill is. And between Elva and ourselves, we'll try to give you our best ideas for what you could do with that if you wanted to run a remote digital business. I'm going to thank you, Elva, for joining us. And Robert, unfortunately, he didn't make it back for the end.
Yes, he's still shoveling. He's still trying to get my car out of the big pile of snow.
So again, thank you for joining us. I hope that our audience will go and check you guys out on Facebook. And I hope that our audience continues to join us every further mile.
Thanks, everyone. Bourques Go The Distance.